Hi everyone, it's Karen here. Welcome to this Inspiration Day with Sweet Poppy Stencils. And today I have for you a Christmas card which is really simple but elegant. I think it's super effective and would be great for batch making your Christmas cards this year. So I've got the gate folding card. It's just folded from the top. I've rounded the edges to create that lovely elegant look. So I'm going to take you through step by step, but first I'm going to go through the stamps that I'm using. The great thing about this card is you can use whatever stamps you've got for the top. This one, the festive phrases. Look at the assortment of phrases you've got in this stamp set. And then the ones that I've chosen, the foliage stamps, but as I say, any of them will do. And Sweet Poppy Stencils have got a brilliant range of these gorgeous stamps that will lend themselves to this. So I've got the fir tree sprigs, that one. So again, if you wanted to, you could make these go both ways because they curl either side. Then I've got the twigs and berries set, and again the great thing about this is you get 2 stamps in this set, so you can make them go any which way you like. We've got the holly flourish and festive berries. I'm also going to be using the fabulous fine tip brush pens. You've got 2 sets here, and you know what, Christmas is coming. I think you need both. I actually have used, and not on purpose, I've used some pens from both sets because I like the brown from the one set and the greens from the other and the red. So, but you know what? You don't need both sets. Each has a wonderful assortment of, look at them, a wonderful assortment of pens. You get 24 in each set. Love them, and they are so fine. You'll see when I get them out, they're so fine. To look at the tip on them, I'm going to show you here. Take this out. Look at that fine tip there. Beautiful. Great for colouring really quickly this card. So the card size that I'm using is 14.5 centimetres by 10.5 centimetres. As you can see, I've folded it flapped from top to bottom. And then what I'm going to do is, so here's my card. I've already rounded the edges with my corner rounder punch. And then I'm going to take a piece of the Sweet Poppy Stencils low tack tape, which I know you've heard me say it 1,000 times, is the best low tack tape I've ever found because it never marks my card. So I am going to position that 6 centimetres down from the top of the card. You can use your Sweet Poppy Stencils mat to measure it if you like. I just laid that card along the top and then put my low tack tape on one of those lines there. Okay, now I'm also going to tear a piece of paper off the bottom here because I don't want, as I put my stamps down, I don't want them to mark. So I'm just going to position that. You can see what I've done. I've got a piece of paper. Just going to put it there. There you go. Now my whole card is protected as I start to stamp. I am going to be using VersaFine Clear Nocturne for all the stamping, and then I'm going to colour it in with my fine tip brush markers. So I'm going to start with this one and ink it up. As I said, such a super card for batch making, and of course you can use any of your favourite stamps. I'm going to position this just here. Wonderful. And then I'm going to come in with my holly flourish. And I'm probably going to put that twice along here. As you can see, I'm not inking the whole stamp because I don't need to. And I'm going to position this one sort of around there because I want some of the red berries. Oh, some of the red berries too. I hope I'm going to get away with that one. And I have. Lucky me. Now, I've got a bit of a gap here, and I'm thinking about my berries, you can see, and I want a bit of red poking up here. So I am going to, what will I do? You know what, I'll wait till I get my, here, look. Just going to ink the top part of that stamp, and I'm just going to position it there. That's it. So we're going to, when I pull this away, you'll see I've got the lovely berries popped in there. Fantastic. Now I'm going to come in with my sprigs, twigs. What's this? Twigs and berries, this one. I'm going to go with a smaller one of this. I only ever clean my stamps with water, so I usually clean them off as I go. Because I'm switching quite a few here. I keep some hand sanitizer on my table, just so that I don't smudge my work as I'm going along. Right, now this one, I'm going to stand this one tall. So when you're doing this, you want them positioned at different heights here so that you get a bit of interest. So I'm going to take this one and position it sort of straight up there, with lots of red berries showing, because that's going to give me a real pop of colour. And then my lovely fir tree sprigs. And I'm just going to position that. Do I want it going that way? Going that way, yeah. Just popping out. Yes. Lovely. Now, I've got a gap in between here. What do I want to do here? I don't really want a gap there. I can put a bit of the fir tree twig, or I could put a few berries. I think I might go with a couple of berries, and I might just pop them like that. So you can see how wonderful it is. You can just use whatever stamps you've got. There's a lovely eucalyptus leaf set. Oh, this is good. So I'm going to go in with that twigs and berry set. I'm going to go in with the larger one, and I'm just going to pop the top part of it over here so it can pop out. There we go. And each time you do it, it will be slightly different. As you can see, this is going to be slightly different from my original, but just as much fun. Just making sure that my fingers are clean, because on this lovely clean simple background I don't want any black splodges. So I'm just going to peel this off. As I said, the best low tack tape I've ever found. Look at that, lovely and clean. Slightly different from my original, which was like that. But you know what? I love it just the same. So, quick, this one. Well, first of all, let me just stamp my festive phrases in here. I'm using my stamp press. And I've got the one that says, wishing you a Christmas full of peace, love and good cheer. Still inking it up with Nocturne. I'm just going to make sure that I put one of my magnets in here. Flip it over. I'm just going to use my, I've got a chalkboard rubber here. Just helps me get a bit more even pressure on that. Awesome. Okay, love it. Pop that out the way. And now the easy fun bit. Oh, I'm also going to be using a white Sigma Ball roller pen, and you'll see that'll give me some depth with my berries. So because these stamps are so beautifully detailed, you really don't have to colour in perfectly. And of course, as I showed you, the fine tips on these brush markers give such... I'm hardly touching the paper here. Just a light little touch over the paper to colour these berries in. Now, once I've done my berries, and you can see there are some gaps, i.e. some white bits showing through on the berries, and that's perfectly okay, because now I'm going to take my white pen and I'm just going to put either a little dot or a little curved shape round the side of the berry of each one, because that's just going to make them look a little shiny, give them a bit of depth, make them pop. Now, some people can't get on with these, so I would just use a bit of white paint there. You can see the difference that that is making now to each of the berries. I love colouring. It's so therapeutic. I really love it. Now I'm going to take my brown. And again, look at the fine tip there. It's amazing. I'm literally hardly touching the paper as I go through the middle of these sprigs. I'm going to give that one there. A bit down here. Just here and there, with the brown twigs there. And certainly on this festive twig set we want a bit of brown. Voila. Voila for now. Then I've picked a couple of greens. You know, in each of the watercolour sets there are several greens, and I've just chosen a couple. I've chosen this one, and then I've chosen this one. Thought I picked out another one, but I haven't. Okay, well, we'll go with these. That's perfectly fine. I'm going to do the kind of olivey colour first, and I'm going to use that on this fir tree branches. And again, even if you're not, colouring is not your favourite thing, this is super, super easy. So I'm just going to colour all the green foliage in, some of which I'm going to create a bit of extra depth with a different colour, but you'll see how it develops as we go through it. And there we have it. Look at that. Our beautiful little Christmas card. And again, super easy, but really relaxing as you're doing that colouring. I do hope you'll have a go. Please tag me when you do, because I would love to see your makes. And until the next time, bye for now.